Do you know what research is like in university?
Do you know what researchers are behind future technology?
Well, we've had the pleasure of speaking to Dr. Radu Sporea.
With many opportunities and experiences such as France, Central California and Taiwan, we want to know what it really takes to be an engineer.
Hello, Dr. Radu.
Hi.
So, what's actually inspired you to become an engineer as you are today?
Right, so when I was about 15, I was reading computer magazines. And I thought at that time that that's enormously cool, but I thought it's near the end of the progress that can be done in that field. It turned out I was very, very wrong. But I thought I could make some sort of, contribution to the field. So one thing that you can do is make, processors, very fast chips. But that takes obviously a lot of know-how, but a lot of equipment and resources, exactly. The other thing that you can do is to concentrate on other types of electronics. Things like the upcoming flexible electronics, printed electronics, very cheap and very energy efficient things. And that's sort of what I wanted to do, and that's what I'm doing now.
How does your research actually affect the public?
Right. General research into electronics usually affects the public in making new technologies that are either easier to manufacture, cheaper to make, or simply better to use in some sense. Right? So we've all seen the development of smartphones in recent years. Right? Maybe 10 years ago they didn't exist at all. Now you can see how this has been developing in terms of the communications aspect, in terms of the user interface and what you can do with them, and of course the software which goes with them as well. My personal research is very close to the beginning, and it represents another layer, a lower layer of design. Right? So we're talking about the building blocks of some electronic circuits. And I'm advocating the fact that by changing the way you make simple electronic building blocks, you can make electronics that are more reliable in some aspect, and then with better power efficiency.
Okay. So how do you get the money to fund your project?
Me personally, I'm funded by the Royal Academy of Engineering, which is a charity. So I have a 5-year research project that I can take anywhere in the country to do whatever I want to do in this field of new electronics. I've chosen Surrey because it's the best balance of resources, and it's tuned to my abilities in the best ways.
What's the publication process if you want to publish a piece of your work?
Before you publish, you're the only person, or maybe your colleagues are the only people who know about the new results. So you need to spread the message into the outside world, maybe the research community, or tell people on the street, really. So the one thing that you can do is to take out a patent. If you really think it's a good idea, you want to protect it so that people know it's yours, so that you can apply it in a commercial environment. Then you can start your own company based on that, or you can sell the idea, you can sell the patent to a company and hopefully get some money out of it like that. But what usually happens is that as a scientist, you're expected to publish your work in a scientific journal like this. So what you do is you write up the work in a particular format, and then your peers, so other scientists who are experts in this field, are going to look at the work as you've written it and comment on whether they think that the methods are applied correctly or that the results are interpreted correctly. And once everyone has agreed, the piece of work gets published, usually online, but in the old days it used to be in journals like this. So that's how people learn about your work, and that's how you learn about their work. And that's usually how, step by step, the ideas come from other people's work, and you get to do science like this.
Why are you starting your project, or in order to it to be successful?
You need to be very adaptable, right? You're not alone in a vacuum. When you're doing research, there are other people in the world doing research which might be quite similar to yours or competing with yours. So you can't possibly do your own thing without paying attention to what other people are doing. And especially for projects that take 5 or 10 years, the world is moving on, and you need to be able to react.
As we can see, engineers don't just sit in the lab all day working on their projects.
Even though the project takes years to build, it's starting working with technology of today.
Thank you for watching my video, and I hope that you can see that engineers